Good evening, folks. And tonight we're going to talk about something that hasn't really been talked about much. It's a rivalry between Dublin Scioto and Dublin Coffman. Now, this goes back years ago, back when pretty much I was still in elementary school. Not the rivalry, but the two schools split. It was mostly known as Dublin High School. But then in 95, going to the 96 season, the school split. They went to Dublin Scioto and Dublin Coffman. Dublin Scioto became the Irish. They were green and silver, while Dublin Coffman remained the same colors, while Dublin High School turned into Dublin Coffman. They were green and black. They remained the same colors, green and black, but not instead of Dublin High School, they were Dublin Coffman. Now, when I was in high school, we played Dublin Coffman multiple times. I mean, we beat them and we lost to them. We beat them on the road when I was in school. We lost to them my senior year, and then we beat them on the road. And then we beat them at home to win the OCC title, the first time ever in our school history. And I mean, that was the thing. In my time, we never played Dublin Scioto. When I was in school, we never played them once, at least when I was in school. Now, the girls did, and the girls beat Dublin Scioto, but the guys, we never did play Dublin Scioto. Now, not too long ago, in the tournament, to end the tournament drought of losing the first round, we actually did play Dublin Scioto, and we beat Dublin Scioto 39-29. But Dublin Scioto is a pretty interesting team, as in how it all went. And if you want to watch Dublin Scioto take on Dublin Coffman in 2003 tournament, that was the first time the two ever actually met in basketball. I actually did some research on that, and that is actually true. The 02-03 season tournament, they fought, and Coffman got beat 57-52 by Dublin Scioto. The first meeting between the two ever. Very good game. I mean, Scioto pretty much led a lot during the game. Then Coffman came back. I actually watched the tournament on YouTube. It was a pretty good game. But then, 2004, the 03-04 season, Coffman and Scioto met again. But this time, it's a different situation. This time, Dublin Coffman beats Dublin Scioto 33-27. The 04-05 season, Coffman beats Scioto 46-40. Then the 07-08 season, a few years later, Dublin Scioto gets their second win. They tie the series 67-54 over Coffman. Then the 2015-16 season, Dublin Coffman beats Dublin Scioto 53-39. And then in 23-24 season, last year, Dublin Coffman gets another W, 45-33. Then this year, Dublin Coffman comes away with a 71-50 win over Dublin Scioto. So, obviously, this series, Dublin Coffman leads the series by a 5-2 lead in the series. I mean, I've known Dublin Scioto. One of my good friends that I knew that went to Dublin Scioto, Trevor Shepard. He was we did play. I take that back. We did play Dublin Scioto once when I was in high school. That was when I was a freshman. And we beat them by like a last second 3-pointer. And that was quite an exciting game. That will be one game I will never forget. Dublin Scioto was really good. They are a heck of a good team. One team that would never want to be forgotten. And Tupa, Tuppa, he was a heck of a defensive guy. That was a game that I really thought it was going to go into overtime if we didn't hit the three. But due to the fact there was 1 second we were at the 3-point line, if we would have just kept on dribbling, that would have been the game. He shot from way behind the arc, nailed it. Our blue team ended up winning 49-46 over Scioto. Some pretty good games. I mean, we all played some good games. When I was a freshman, we never did beat Pickerington, unfortunately. But we ended up beating Pickerington when I was a sophomore, a junior, and a senior. So that speaks a lot of volumes about how well you improve as you go along. Dublin Coffman was really good. I mean, these guys were really phenomenal. We beat Newark. We did beat Newark when I was a freshman. When I was a senior, we didn't really perform up to our standards as well as what we thought. I mean, these guys are phenomenal. Dublin Coffman, we beat them on the road, but we couldn't beat them home. We did beat up Arlington on the road. We beat Scioto at home. I mean, they were probably one of the best teams we could face. We also beat Athens home. Tough crowd. Athens and Scioto were probably two of the best teams we played all year long. Gold was Athens. Gold and blue both played Athens. While they both split with Coffman, and they both lost to Pickerington and Westville North. We both beat Westland. Both lost to Gahanna Lincoln my freshman year. We could stay with them, but we just couldn't handle the pressure with them. I mean, that's just literally how good those teams were. But we could beat Athens. We lost to Dublin Coffman at home, but we beat them on the road. The Gold did. But we played Dublin Scioto at home, beat Dublin Scioto. That was a damn good game. Both teams played Dublin Coffman. One beat them on the road, the other one lost at home. I mean, that was some good games. But other than that one time my freshman year playing Scioto, we never did play Scioto again. But that was an exciting game with Scioto. If I could ever find that video, if anyone ever videotaped it, I would have to ask my friends if they ever did, and I would post it on here. But unfortunately, I don't think I will. Because literally all my friends' parents I've lost contact with. And I know there were some people videotaping that game because they were unbeat. Scioto was undefeated. That's just literally how good Scioto was. And Dublin Scioto has always been known to have a good pressure, 1-3-1. And that's how good Coffman was. They were very good at it, 2-3 and 1-3-1 and full court press. That's literally how good they were. I mean, that's literally what you got to look at about when you take on good teams like that. They pressure you. They push you to the limit when you least expect it. And you really got to take it into hardcore pressure with these guys. Well, I might do a football segment on them maybe a little later. And I also might do a segment on Cincinnati Moeller and Lancaster's Final Four run in 65-66 season. And Toledo Libby, the same team that beat Lancaster. And I might do the Final Four teams that were in the Final Four, about who they played, about what the final score was then. But hit the like bell, hit the button for notifications. With that being said, I'm out of here. Peace. And hopefully we can have another good one. That being said, I'm out of here. Peace.